Hi, welcome. You're a non-financial manager. You run a business unit, a department, a branch, any one of those, and you have your accounting, particularly the monthly management accounting, done by a finance department. Now, in your report, you'll see that you have direct costs. Now, these are the costs that you know about. You're on top of them, you authorize them, and you make sure that you don't go over budget and so on. But you'll also see in your management report that there's an amount for indirect costs. It might be a total or it might be broken down. Now, this is an area that you need to know about. It's the allocation of those costs to your department, business unit. Now, these allocations need to be done on a basis that is fair to you. I say fair because if it's fair, it will also make business sense. So there are central functions in a business which take care of certain work that your department is not geared to do. For example, it might be a central human resource department. And depending on the cost driver that is chosen, now cost driver is something in your department which causes the cost in that HR department. So this allocation then could be based on headcount. Now, so if you have more people working for you than another department, more will be allocated to you. That's usually not a problem. But sometimes you have a central department. Let's take, for example, the payroll department. Every month they do the salaries and they perform that service for you. Now, let me give an example of a problem. If they base the allocation on headcount, this in some instances might not be fair. You see, you might run a department where the payroll doesn't vary from month to month. You have the same number of people, they do the same amount of work, and so it's based on headcount. But is that fair? You see, you might have another department where they have the same number of people as you. So let's say you have 40 people, that other department has 40 people. And they're based on headcount, then they will allocate an equal amount to you. But there could be a problem. For example, the other department could have people that are working overtime, working shifts, they have bonus systems and so on. And so the payroll department spends a lot more time on their payroll matters. So to base it on headcount means that you're effectively being overcharged and they're being undercharged by the payroll department. Other unfair practices are where sometimes costs, these indirect costs, are based on the sales that people achieve. Now, this means that the higher your sales are, the more gets allocated to you. So if you're ahead of a good at generating sales for your part of the operation, you have to bear more costs. That's not fair. So you need to go and talk to the finance people and raise this matter of cost drivers and go through each one of the indirect costs that are allocated to you. And it may well be that you can find these costs being reduced if they're not allocated on some basis that makes sense. So this is something you need to pay attention to. If you don't, it sometimes means that you appear to be doing not as well as you should, but it's purely based on an incorrect allocation. So go and look into this because it's important to you, and you don't want to be left behind. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, you could share it on WhatsApp, on Twitter, and so on. If you subscribe, you'll receive notifications of new videos. We won't bombard you. Once a week, you receive a video, and I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.